Hey guys, in today's video we're going to go over the cinematic camera and we're going to go through the mod menu, and I'm going to show you guys how to use the mod menu, some tips and tricks, how to change your engine sounds, stuff like that. So using the camera controls isn't too bad. If you hit O, it'll put you into the camera mode, but you're still alive, so your character will still move around. Kind of not the best. But if you hit P instead, it'll pause the game, so you're able to move around without making your sled move, your character move. And then you hold right click while using AWSD to move around. Using the controller, in my opinion, is a little bit more friendly. It's just Y to enter, and then your left and right stick to move around. Your bumpers are going to change your zoom, and then B, you're going to change your roll. Overall, this camera seems to work pretty well. Right trigger changes your speed. The only downside to using this is so it doesn't always render everything in. It only renders what you're looking at when you enter the mode in. That seems to be about the only downfall. And then when you're using the camera, just screenshot it to get your picture. There's not an actual screenshot mode in it. I just used the Steam screenshot, which is F12. And that takes a screenshot. Entering the mod menu, we'll go over a couple things in here. So, starting off, we'll use click border. So this right here, this is how you remove the borders in the game. It allows you to go outside of the map. We'll go into snowmobile, go into body, engine sounds, engine sound controller. Then this engine sound index right here, this is where you're going to change the sound of your snowmobile engine. So 10 is the stock. You can go from 0 through 13. I'll give you that's the stock sound. And these sounds are all over the place. Kind of an interesting one. So there's lots of different sounds you can do in here. This kind of sounds like a modified version of the stock sled. Now if we go right here to turbo sound controller, come down here to press your start time and just turn that to 0. I don't know what it does, but for some reason when you turn that to 0, it makes your turbo really loud. Makes it sound really good, really fluttery. Another thing that we can do in here, go back to snowmobile, body, mesh interpreter. We'll come down, here a little ways to snow parameters. Load that up. Right here, the snow depth factor, we'll change that down to a 2. We'll change this down to a 0.1. This is going to kind of remove the hard crust of the snow, kind of make the snow deeper. Now, this helps Sometimes it makes it harder. I feel like if you're doing hill climbs, it doesn't really help you much, but it really helps the predictability of the snowmobile. So if you're side hilling a lot, it really helps you side hill. You might not go as low as I did. I kind of went all the way I would recommend for exaggeration purposes, but you don't bounce in the snow as much. You just sink in the snow a lot more. So like before, when you're riding on the snow, you're really bouncy. Every time you hit a bump, your skis pop out. This just kind of gives you a smoother ride all around. But like I said, it does make the snow deeper, so it really depends on what you're riding and what you're trying to do. If you're trying to side hill, making the snow a lot softer is going to help you out. If you're trying to hill climb, this is not really what you want to do. So another little trick that we could do, over here to snowmobile, body, and then come down here to where it says ragdoll controller. We go down here to where it says threshold. Just crank that number up to whatever you're feeling like. And what that's going to do is that it's going to stop your body from falling off your snowmobile so easily. You can just crash into whatever you want. So if you're trying to hit a big send and you keep falling off, just crank that number up. Doesn't really matter what. I mean, your body still falls off, but he's not going to fall off whenever you hit the bump just wrong. If you guys want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I hope this helps a lot of you guys out using the mod menu.